Hi guys, what's going on and welcome to today's YouTube video. In today's video we will be discussing the current state of Bitcoin and the current state of Ethereum, which are both looking pretty interesting and pretty promising for a potential another move towards the upside. First of all, we're going to go over Bitcoin, in which we can see Bitcoin is currently trying to hold on to this support area over here. I will go over and explain to you guys why this area is important support and what will be the next area of support for Bitcoin if this level holds on, doesn't hold on anymore. Okay, so first of all, we can see Bitcoin is in a clear uptrend. So we are forming higher highs and higher lows. And also, if we go onto the lower time frames on a 1 hourly time frame, we can also see that also on a 1 hourly time frame, Bitcoin is constantly forming higher highs and higher lows. Also, the higher highs are pretty exponential, so that's a pretty decent sign in my opinion for potentially further upside. Why is this area over here that we are currently looking at important support for Bitcoin? Well, if we fail to hold on to this area of support, we can see, and we fail to hold on to this higher low, Bitcoin will lose its uptrend. So let's say we go below that higher low over here, we will form a lower low and we can potentially be looking for a lower high to be formed in order to take a potential short position. Okay, so that is why we preferably don't want to lose this higher low over here. Why is this strong support? If we go from swing low to swing high, we can see that we have the 0.382 Fibonacci level of support at this exact area. And we can also see that Bitcoin was bouncing exactly from this level of support. On top of that, if we go onto the 4 hourly time frame, we can see that we have a very nice hour 4 demand area in which Bitcoin is also trying to hold on to that demand zone, as we can currently see. What is very interesting is that after we have detected this area of support, in which we have also the previous resistance and also this market structure break, so over here Bitcoin broke market structure by breaking through this previous high over here, and we are currently retesting the previous high as support. So that is another reason why it is strong support for Bitcoin. We can see that it is holding on pretty well, because if we go onto the 1 hourly time frame and we switch on my two favorite indicators, the relative strength index and also the stochastic RSI, we can see first of all on the relative strength index, Bitcoin is forming a hidden bullish divergence. So on the price action, we are forming a higher low, as you can see over here. And on the RSI, Bitcoin is forming a lower low. So what does that mean? It means sell pressure is being absorbed and bears are not strong enough yet to break through this previous higher low. So if you see this hidden bullish divergence being formed near support, that is a sign of a potential bounce. On top of that, also if we go onto the 2 hourly time frame, hidden bullish divergence, as you can see, being formed, and on top of that the stochastic RSI on the 2 hourly time frame looks very bottomed. The previous time that it started curving towards the upside from the bottom, it was over here and we started rallying towards the upside. Okay, so that's another nice sign. On the 4 hourly time frame, and this is the most important indication in my opinion, on the 4 hourly time frame we can see that the stochastic RSI is almost near a potential bottom. Okay, and that is always for me a very nice sign. If you are near strong support and the stochastic RSI on the 4 hourly time frame is potentially bottoming out, potentially starting to curve towards the upside, that's a pretty strong sign for a potential bounce. We aren't there yet, so we can maybe even form a double bottom and then curve towards the upside. But as long as Bitcoin holds on to this area of support and it gives the stochastic RSI the time to bottom, I am expecting a bounce towards the previous high over here. Why is that a nice target? Because if we go onto the 1 hourly time frame, we can see that this was created with a very nice and quick wick yesterday during some kind of a news event. And usually when you create those types of wicks and the price moves really fast, it leaves behind a lot of unfilled orders. And in that case, we know there's a lot of liquidity left and market makers like to fill those wicks. Okay, so that's another area of interest for us, and that is another reason for us to be a little bit more bullish near this area of support, because we want to see this wick being filled. Okay guys, on top of that, if we go on to the monthly candle, we can also see that the monthly open if we click over here, the monthly open, go back to the 1 hourly time frame, we can see that this monthly open is exactly above these two previous highs over here. Okay, so that's another draw of liquidity for the current Bitcoin price. Okay, lots of liquidity always near the monthly, weekly, and daily opens. And on top of that, we have a relative equal high over here below the monthly open, in which we would like to take out that equal high before maybe some further correction, before we potentially go and take out that wick. That is why I'm currently a little bit more bullish on Bitcoin. On the other hand, if we lose this area of support, the next very important area of support for Bitcoin is pretty clear in my opinion. If we switch on the golden pocket over here, we can see the golden pocket is near a very strong area of support. Why? With the golden pocket, on top of the golden pocket, we also have at hour 12 order block over here, as you can see. So that is a very, very strong support for Bitcoin. And in that case, we would also fill this daily fair value gap that we created over here and pull back all the way in towards this demand area as we created over there as well. Okay, so that is the next very strong area of support for Bitcoin that we definitely need to keep an eye on if we lose the current area. So if we lose the current area, I would definitely be interested in a potential long position on Bitcoin. If we get some kind of a sweep and market structure break, I will be interested in taking a long position over here. Okay, guys, so pretty clear update on Bitcoin. On the other hand, Ethereum, this is an old setup that I was looking at that got front run, unfortunately. So let's move over to the Bybit chart. We can see Ethereum a little bit similar as compared to Bitcoin. So we have a clear demand area over here, in which Ethereum is trying to hold on towards that demand area. Also on Ethereum, if we switch on the relative strength index and the stochastic RSI, we can see that on the relative strength index over here, we are creating a hidden bullish divergence. So higher lows, and on the RSI, definitely lower lows. Okay. Also the stochastic RSI curving slowly towards the upside on the 2 hourly time frame, and on the 4 hourly time frame almost bottomed. Okay. So Ethereum also looking potentially primed for another move towards the upside, as long as it holds on to this critical area of support. What if we lose this area of support? If we go from swing low to swing high, we can see that we have the 0.382 below this previous low over here. So that's our first area of interest. But I would prefer to look near this area of support where we have the golden pocket, where we have very strong demand going on for Ethereum. So that's definitely a very nice area of interest for me, in which we would also be retesting this previous resistance over here, in which we got a very nice breakthrough over here, but haven't retested it since. So we want to see a retest of those previous areas of resistance as usually, but right now we haven't seen a retest yet. So if the price comes back towards this area of support, I would once again wait for a potential market structure break with a little sweep of the low over here, forming a market structure break afterwards, and potentially entering on the higher low over here. Okay, guys. So definitely right now near an area of interest for a potential long position. But if we move lower, I would definitely be interested in longing over there. Also, if we take a look at the volume profile, we can see on top of that demand area over here, on top of that golden pocket, we also have the point of control, the strongest volume level of support for Ethereum. Okay, also over here, a very nice volume node, as you can see, near this demand area, as you can see. Okay, strong area of support for Ethereum will be between 1200 and 26 all the way towards $1,200. That's a very strong area of support for Ethereum. If we pull back all the way towards that area of support, I would definitely be interested in a potential long. Right now, as long as we hold on to this area of support over here for Ethereum, I'm also expecting Ethereum to take out this high over here and probably even this high over here. Okay, lots of liquidity has been building up. Also, we formed a lower high over here. So we know that there are a lot of stop losses above these highs, above this high, above this high, and above this high. There are a lot of stop losses of premature short positions resting right now for Ethereum. Okay, bear in mind that today at 2:30 Central European time that we have the NFP data release coming out. So around the time, try not to open any new scalp positions on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, or any altcoin, as we will see some massive volatility and potentially big wicks towards the upside and downside. Okay, guys, so please keep that in mind when you are trading today, when you are taking potential long or short positions. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope this update made it clear to you guys what we potentially could be expecting on both Bitcoin and Ethereum for today and maybe even for the upcoming weekend. Okay, I think the plan is pretty clear. Thank you guys for watching and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye bye.